Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Shortcuts for Your Soul. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And today I have with me Archangel Raphael. And it's all about healing, power of healing that we all have. We are all natural healers. And the context came because of somebody asking a question about a problem with their body. And so I asked Raphael, what needs to be done here? And he says, first of all, each and every one of you must understand that each of you possesses very efficiently the power to heal. It is innate in what you are as a being to heal your body. And and it really is. And he's going to get into explaining how we can reactivate that innate power of healing, how we can begin to start that process. The first thing I'm going to ask you to do, if you like my channel and you enjoy the information you're going to experience today, please remember to share this video out, subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell, and please remember to leave comments in my videos. If you ever watch any of my other videos, please leave comments. I do eventually get to them. There's just a lot of comments I got to get to. And yes, I'm just going to share this out to a couple of other places that I think might want to participate in what we're doing. There we go. Yeah, so healing. In today's discussion, we're going to get into energy. We're going to get into how your body used to know, what to eat, what to drink, when to eat, when to drink, naturally and organically. That is something that he says, we've lost that to our senses. We've become senseless to our senses, is what he says. We become senseless to our senses. And that's a pretty fascinating thing. We have become senseless to our senses, he said to me this morning. I asked him what he means by that. And he said, so many of you have gotten so identified with the external view of what your body likes as a sensation, you have gotten disconnected from the very knowledge you possess that allows you to know what is good for your body and what is not good for your body energetically. You've forgotten that level of sensitivity that you were all born with. Every one of you were born with this. Every one of us. Every one of us was born with this. Yeah, I know. And so we have lost our sensibility in understanding the difference between the energy of one substance and the energy of another. For example, I have my delicious green smoothie, which I have about 1.5 to 2 liters of this every morning. Is the way I start my day with these things. Put living food in the body. You want more life in your life for your body? Put more life in your body. Put more living food in your body. This is so important. We've gotten so disconnected from that. So he wanted me to start out with saying about the vibration of things. That the vibration of things is something that you were very aware of when you first came into this physical form that you find yourself sitting in, hearing these words. You found yourself very sensitive to all things, feeling that which is right and wrong, what attracted you, what did not attract you. You knew this very clearly when you first arrived in that form. Unfortunately, your environmental conditions incline you to begin to get the idea that certain things out there could make you feel better than the things that you knew. The process of force-feeding children things that they do not wish to eat is one of the most debilitating ways that you were taught to disconnect from your ability to know what is good for you and your body. But each substance has its own energy. Each substance that you put in your body has its own energy. And there are things that are not compatible energetically with your body. And you continue to put them in, and you continue to put them in. Eventually your body begins to get sick and diseased because the amount of energy that's not compatible with it imbalances the system. We're speaking about the vibrational awareness you have of energy. You can take a beautiful apple and hold it in your hand and feel one thing, and you can take a can of gasoline or another and get another sensation. You must understand the energy of things in relationship to your physical body. The process of deliberately healing your body is one you may initiate in any moment. And the process of intentional healing is far more efficient and effective than the process of mechanical healing. It's far more effective. The process of natural healing is far more effective than the process of mechanical healing. What do you mean by mechanical healing? By mechanical healing, I mean those things that you use to artificially control and manipulate the body's mechanisms in order to establish a case and condition of what you call equilibrium, what you call balance, what you call feeling good in your body. Pills and drugs and things to establish a state of consciousness in your body that makes it comfortable for you to be in it. But your body's uncomfortable for a reason, because what you're doing to it is not correct. It is not correct. And so we're going to launch more into Q&A around this, because this is so important. He wants me to stress that your ability to understand the nature of your awareness, your ability to know the nature of your awareness, which is what you are, the ability you have to understand the nature of what you are and how you can affect and change mediums and substances of energy simply by the way you interact with it is a very important skill to develop, to be reminded of. You can easily open and close a hand or speak words or walk down the street or dance or pick up a book. There are many things that you've learned to direct that body to do, but that does not exclude the process of healing. You may turn to a wound in the body, and with your intention strong and clear enough, you may have that wound heal. For it is no different than your opening and closing of your hands, except your believability has not been established in your own ability to do this. In other words, you've been trained to think that the body can be hurt in certain ways and that you have no control over what the body is doing, but you have control absolutely over that body. But it has not been developed. If anything, it has been stunted and deliberately stunted, so that you are not aware that when you think a thought, you can reorganize the conditions of your lungs, the conditions of your blood, the conditions of your bones. You can intentionally. But this also requires that you understand that what you place into that body as an energy affects it as well. So you can repeatedly be a state of goodness and establish health in your body. You can be this state of goodness and establish health in your body. But then if you begin putting things in the body that counter that, well, you are going 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. This will do you no good. But the process of deliberate healing requires your attention and your focus in specific ways and means so as to induce a change in the frequency of an energy that is affecting your body adversely. Whether that is a diseased case or you're seeking to restore a better case of health in your body, a better state of health. There are specific frequencies of vibration that when held and maintained will change or alter the form. You do this all the time, though you're not aware of it. So the person came and they asked about their body and they said, what can I do to correct this? And he said, well, first of all, you have to cleanse your body. It was the first thing he said to them. You have to cleanse your body. You have to cleanse it of the things that you put in that are working against it. You have to cleanse them. You have to literally cleanse the things out of the body that do not work for it. The second thing you have to do is you have to understand the relationship that you have as awareness with your body. This is really simple. The idea that you can open and close your fingers like this, right? That you can do that is an idea, but you're actually directing the consciousness, the life in all of these cells, and every cell is an individual, every cell in your body is an individual entity functioning in a collective called your body, right? And he said, once you understand that you are directing millions of life forms to follow your commands, you're directing millions of life forms to follow your commands. There is no difference between the opening and closing of your hand as there is over repairing your heart or your liver or your kidneys or your lungs. It's just you have not established that relationship of control. You've divested yourself of that awareness, and you think that the body has some greater power than you. And yet, even though evidence would suggest that it follows your instructions, why then does the heart not heal, or the lungs correct, or the disease go away when you wish it to go away? Because the quality and intensity of the energy that you must cultivate must be greater than the intensity of the energy of the existing condition. And when the intensity of your energy for health and wellness and vitality is greater over a sustained period over the condition of negative energy, you will transform, transmute, transcend the condition of that energy, and the cells even within that condition will begin to go through a change. It happens every moment you smile, your cells go through a change. It happens every time you are grateful. Your cells go through a change. It happens every time you're upset or angry. Your cells go through a change. But most of you in the process of healing are seeking to get away from the discomfort that you created in the first place. And so you find something the quick way, the easy way, rather than developing the necessary skill to establish your authority over this house. This is your house. This is your temple. You live in it. It is yours for the duration that you are here on this planet. Deliberate healing. Piece of mango. A condition of deliberate healing. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. A condition of deliberate healing can only occur when the intensity of your idea is greater in energy than the intensity of the physical condition which you are wishing to transform or transmute. When your energy transcends or transmutes the energy of the condition in the body more than the condition of the body, then the change will happen. The condition will change. But it is up to you then to maintain the attention and focus necessary to establish the change in that energy of the body, of the organ, of the limb. It is exclusively up to you. But the maintenance of that condition is up to you. The transformation of the condition is up to you. It will carry it out. You give it the information, you give it the suggestion, you give it the ideation, and it will surely carry it out. And I'm getting a really good example of this right now, where there's something occurring in my throat right now that I, with the intensity of my focus and awareness, is deliberately shifting and changing. This is exactly what he's talking about. So you got a liver problem or a kidney problem, and you want to correct it or you want to heal it. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm a medium, and I'm transmitting this information to everybody. Please understand this. When you can transmit a vibration of wholeness, health, and healing specifically to a specific organ in your body over a sustained period with enough intensity, then the cells in that organ or that part of the body will begin to respond, just like the hands respond when you say open and close. Just as I could take a slow, deep breath, and I could have the organ called my heart slow down. Just as I can have the body relax. Every organ in your body, he says, is amenable to change based on the relationship that you establish with it. And what relationship do you have with the guests in your house, these organs, these nerves, these glands? What is your relationship to the guests in your house? Is it a good one? And how do you feed them and how do you reward them? Do you reward them with your love, your joy, your kindness, the vitality they deserve? Can you imagine going over to somebody's house and sitting down at the table and they served you a plate of garbage and said, "Here, eat this"? How often are you feeding your body the light and the life that each and every organ deserves? How often are you doing this? How often? How deliberately? How intentionally? You know, it is a choice that we have to make. It's a choice we have to make. And you will be given examples and opportunities to assert your divinity. This happens every day. Every ache and pain you perceive in your body is an opportunity to assert your divinity, to identify what that part of your organism needs in terms of energy, in thought, and in what you call nutrition. This is so important to understand this. Let's get into some questions and answers. Hi, everybody. The power to heal. You are the power to heal. You are the power to heal. And you are the power that lets things come into your temple, right? If you let anything into your body that's not good for it, or you put anything into your body that's not good for it, it's going to mess the house up. And so the power to heal resides in two things: your ability and willingness to deliberately and intentionally put things in your house that are pleasing to it, that dress it up in splendor and wonder, doing things with and for this physical mechanism that it requires while you are inhabiting it, and also, and particularly, being mindful of what you think and believe about your house. For every thought that you think towards this form acts as a message, a signal in energy as to what you believe or think it should be or do. If you go before a mirror and you tell yourself how terrible you look, well, the cells in your body, they will hear you as they hear you open and close, and they will respond. And they will respond, and they will respond. The power to heal is you. But how many of you put things into that form that do not do it justice, that do not give it the life and the light that is natural to it? Be very mindful what you place in your temple. Be very mindful what you place in there. Be mindful of your thoughts. And most importantly, be mindful of your feelings, your emotions. Your emotions. Very powerful. Cool. I'm going to go into some questions and answers. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Yeah, this has been pretty intense. Wow. Hi, Kelly. Question from Raphael for Kelly. Yes. I don't know why, but he's showing me a flower. Rose. Drink some rose hip tea today, Kelly. Drink some rose hip tea. Drink some rose hip tea. Be very present with the, he's saying the lightness of its essence. Be very present with the lightness of its essence. And mindful as to how your house receives the guest. Be mindful. That's really cool. Thank you, Kelly. I like that sense. I like the energy you can, the energy you communicate with that. I can feel the energy of that. Wow. Yeah. He said he'll be there with you when that happens. Wonderful. Thank you. Hi, Sunny. I got the message while meditating from Isis that I need to fast on fruits for a few days. Any guidance on this, please? Yes, he's saying pay particular attention before you eat. What does the body feel? Not what the body desires, but what does the body feel? For if your body is trained to be oversensitized by the processed foods of your world, by the toxins and poisons that many of you have been conditioned to ingest, you may be required to be more mindful of how the body internally feels when you bring that fruit to it. But if you take an apple and you take sugar that you find is processed and you bring the two in turn closer, you will feel a difference in their energy. Be mindful as you go on this fast of the energy that you feel your body is receiving from them. Your body will tell you, this is good, I need more. This is not good, I need less. But do not let the sense of food override your awareness of the way the body requires the energy of the food. For your sense of taste may be conditioned to sweets. And if that is the case, then you may be caught up in the sense of the taste and not in the way the energy of the substance will affect your body. Yes, place that. So yeah, before you eat the food, before you eat a particular type of food, feel how the body feels inside. He's saying feel inside. How does the body react and respond? Feel how the body responds. It's so important because your body knows what it needs, but it's subjective to you. Understand? People don't understand. When you came into this body, it surrendered to your will, and so you've been able to make it do what you wanted to do. It's surrendered to your will, so it won't. It will do even if you pour alcohol into the body, even though the body doesn't like it. I remember when I was 7 years old and I was 6 years old and I smoked my first cigarette. I don't smoke anymore. I've smoked for years, and I remember my body coughing. Me and some friends of ours were in the back of this place and we were smoking cigarettes. And I started coughing crazily. And even though the body reacted that way, I still did it again to be cool, right? Before I knew I was smoking. And that's what happens. We condition the body to do what we want it to do in spite of what it knows is good for it, because it has to be, it's our servant, not our master. And so people have conditioned their body because they like the way the body feels when it gets that sugary taste or drugs or alcohol. People get lost in the sensation, and then they condition the body to keep doing that. But yeah, that's do that very carefully. Be mindful of the way the food feels before you put it in. Feel how the body feels about it internally. He says, he's stressing that internally. Feel how the body responds internally when you bring food to it. Right? I know I know years ago when I was a fast foodie years ago, it was I was unconscious, and when I started moving to live food and purging and cleansing the body, I remember clearly the very first time when I created the consciousness, when I started really, I gone on like a 10-day fast of juices and fresh fruits, and just I purged the body, and I felt so good. And then I went over to the store to get a hamburger again. It was like I almost felt sick, and I could feel what that did. Right? And I've pretty much lived by that for the most part since. Question from Janine. Please ask Archangel Raphael to explain what he meant, but what am I doing with my hands? This came from Joe last night. He's saying, what is it you will to do with your hands? You may heal. You may soothe. You may comfort. There is this too, to receive. To receive. Your hands are not simply for giving, but also for receiving. Yes, place your hands out gently and receive. Align to the vibration that you have been seeking to know and understand. You have to understand, we need to remember that it's energy, that we are here to learn to create, to work with energy. This is a form of energy, but we can put different energy through the form. Yes, I understand. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. Question from Audrey. Is gardening part of my near future to better connect with food? Wow, he's just saying yes, absolutely. Great joy in that. When you participate in the full cycle of the creation, you reap the full benefit of it. This is why those ones you call farmers in the older times of your society, before you got into these big farming mechanisms, that the farmers were always the healthiest because they participated energetically in the full cycle of creation. They planted, they sowed, they reaped, they consumed, they shared. They participated in the full cycle of the creation. You will find this greatly rewarding for you. Cool. Thank you so much. Question from SJK. What advice does Archangel Raphael have for me on my path as an Ayurvedic health counselor? Thank you. He's saying this. Yeah, he's telling me that this one will go very far in this field. The truth of its revelations will come from her experience of the knowing of what she is learning, the knowing of what she is learning from within herself. For this one comes from a long line of those what you call healers in this form. It is your awareness of the innate knowing you have of what these things are and do through you that you will come to understand the way in which you will articulate it as service to others. From a long line. Yeah, is doing this to you as well. He's like, he's really, like, this is, what you're doing is really amazing. And you're going to affect a lot of people in a really profound way. Um, but he says to stress to you that it's important that you be more focused on the relationship you're cultivating with the knowledge, the energy, and the experience of what you are becoming. That is most important. The service will be a result of that, and the quality of the service will be a result of that. Wow. Thank you so much. Wow. Okay. Whew. Energy is really intense here. Yes. Well, it looks like we might have a short one today, folks. Oh, question from Oliver. Hi, Oliver. I am in doubt whether I should finish my study on the School of Sexology. Any advice from Archangel Raphael? He's saying, besides the obvious humor in your question, the reality of this quality of energy that you choose to work with, the study of this finite energy that is localized to the body, can be very profound in unfolding your capabilities as a healer, as an instructor, as a teacher. If you understand it from the perspective on which I'm speaking versus the perspective of biology, where most of you get stuck in the biology of this mechanism, the process of utilizing its energy for creation, not simply to make babies or to experience sensorial pleasure, but to deliberately and intentionally bring through higher functional conceptions of energy and ideation to improve or enhance the qualities of humanity in general. So the process of this energy that you call sexuology, the process of this energy is one of understanding the intricacies of creation as it applies to the broader scope of humanity, and not simply to the finite perspective of reproduction or pleasure, although these are not to be dismissed easily either. Thank you. Thank you for that question, Oliver. Question from Daniela. Any message for me from our lovey-dovey German Shepherd Logan? Wow. Just, there's something about that treat. Put a treat out for him. Put a treat out for him. It's, yeah. I don't know. He's just sitting, looking up at you, wagging his tail. That's all. Yeah. But a treat would be desirable. Understand, when you conceive of an idea, this is really fascinating because he's wanting a treat. Now, he can't eat a physical treat, but he can consume an astral treat. Literally, when you conceive of an idea, the idea exists as an energy. Just like the idea of flying existed as an energy, an idea, a thought form. And over time, as technology and opportunity advanced and men gained more knowledge and focused on the possibility of flying more and more and more, as more minds came on to focus that, the actuality came into existence. So when you conceive of giving your dog that treat that he wants, it's a special treat that you used to give him, that you give him that treat, like literally take it out and put it on the floor where you'd normally give it to him, and just, he'll feel that as an energy. He'll experience that as an astral form. He'll like that. Yeah, he'll like that. He likes the walk still too. Question from a question from Rosemary. Any message from Archangel Raphael that could provide healing for my emotions right now? Thank you. You are the physician. You are the physician of these emotions. What else would you have but compassion for your own suffering? What else but compassion would you have for your own suffering? And would not that compassion from you to your suffering ameliorate it? Can you do this? Can you be compassionate towards your own suffering and allow yourself to witness the wonder of your own compassion transforming the very thing that you think you are powerless to change. Your compassion towards your own suffering will teach you a great deal. That suffering is not by chance. It is to remind you that you are the healer that you are seeking. Give your compassion, your love, and your kindness to your suffering. Do not be so desirous to get rid of it or push it away. You cannot separate yourself from yourself. You must unite. Unite through compassion. Unite through love. Unite with your suffering with joy. It will change. Your love, your compassion, your joy will heal. Will they not? Will they not heal? Your love, your compassion, and your joy, they will heal. Wow. Thank you so much for that question, Rosemary. Question from High Vibe Life. I have been dealing with malabsorption issues, and I feel a gluten sensitivity may be the problem. Am I on the right track cutting out the gluten? I get an immediate yes for that from him. But there's something about absorption. There's something your body is needing. He's communicating as a vibe. There's something that your body is not getting that it needs that's not allowing it to absorb the things that it needs from what you're giving it now. It's a liquid. I've never seen this before. It's a brownish liquid. My William mind wants to say he's telling me molasses, but I don't have a word for this stuff. But it's a darker liquid that when you take it in, will allow you, magnesium, iron, copper, calcium, magnesium, iron, copper, and calcium. Yeah, and it's in a darker liquid. I don't know, but that's what he's saying. You need to open up the system so it takes in the nutrition the way that it naturally would. It can't assimilate them without these things, apparently. Saying it can't assimilate without these things. Cool. Thank you so much. High Vibe Living. Hi, Lauren. Question. How can my intimate relationship with David be healed? He's saying that the first thing you must understand is you are requiring growth and change in your expression as a healer. The question you're asking is, how can the communication be more effective in how we relate to each other? This is not a healing of emotion. This is a healing of communication. The deeper feelings that you two have are reasonable to keep you together. However, your ability to articulate and recognize, appreciate, and respect each other on the level that you call mind and body has not been properly developed. And so that process you feel of separation is one that must be cultivated and healed through a process of communication. But this other one that you speak of, there are things that he must change in his alignment. There are things he must change in his alignment. Thank you. Thank you, Lauren. Wow. Hi, Ryan. Good morning to you as well. I am grateful for connection with Raphael. Does Raphael have any additional message for me today? I don't know where you are, but he's saying you need to let the light of the sun enter your heart. Let the light of the sun. Do you mean the physical sun? He says, I mean both. They are not separate. Find a place where you can literally let the light of the sun reach your heart. You may also use, as you are allowing the sun to enter your heart, take good clean water and drink this water down as you allow the sun to enter your heart. Drink this water as you allow the sun to enter your heart. I speak very precisely that this thing you call the body and this substance you call light from the sun, these are the two things you need to bring together. The light of the sun to the heart. And drink water as you do this. Very gently drink water. Be mindful then of what you will feel, what you will know, what you will sense. The light. I love that. Thank you so much. Here we go. Thank you so much. Yeah. Question from Johnny Martinez. I am worried about my brother David. Will he be okay? How can we help? First, he says, stop worrying. Rejoice. Send him your joy, not your fear. Many of you do not understand the nature of what you do when you feel a certain way. And even fewer of you understand how to change the nature of what you are feeling. But once you come to an understanding of recognizing that this energy of worry does not sustain or support the result that you want, it makes it harder for the other that you are seeking to help with your concern. But your faith of joy, of gratitude, of his wellness, of his excitement, of his wholeness, these will prove far more beneficial in the process of assisting him than will your worry. They are very different energies, worry and joy, worry and playfulness, worry and excitement, worry and delightful anticipation. The energy that you can loan to those that you love must be consciously chosen. You do not realize that this energy of worry is a specific quality of consciousness, as is the energy of your joy is a specific energy and quality of consciousness that affects matter in very precise ways. You all go through this every day. Many of you, many times a day, you go through your ups and your downs, unaware that the emotions you allow yourself to indiscriminately feel are affecting your physiology all of the time. To learn to consciously and deliberately maintain a state of joy and repose, a state of calm openness, deliberate curiosity, will be far more beneficial than the random ups and downs that you allow your minds to take your bodies through all of the time. Many of your health conditions are a result of this, as they are of things that you put in the body that are not good for it. Well, thank you. Hi, Marigold. Question. I have been taking different subjects in healing for a few years. Is it for my best good to use this information and put it into a profession? He's saying this is up to you completely. If you have a question about it, then it begs an answer. And what would you answer to that question? If you have spent this time acquiring this knowledge and this information, it would make practical sense to discover of what use it would possibly be for you or for others. This is like going out and driving a car and getting your license and then parking your car in the garage and not using it. It would be advisable that you take this wonderful knowledge and apply it, if only out of curiosity to see where it leads you. But why would you prepare a good dinner and not eat it? Thank you. Thank you, Marigold. The understanding that the constitution of your attention in relation to any thought or emotion can be of great remedy and great dis-ease to your body. and to your world at large. There are those of you that call upon me to assist you in healing, that in your openness to receiving, you receive, because you are open to receive, but you can also be equally open to your own healing process, to train your mind and body to be open to you as the healer of it. For it is your house. If you invite me into your house, then I will bring myself there and we will heal together. But you are also the host. It is your house. You may change the furniture. You may change the, yes, you may change it as you will. Thank you. Question from Nicole. Thank you for that super chat, Nicole. Any message from Archangel Raphael for me? Wow. He's saying, he's showing me you got your wings going, girl. He says you've got your wings going. You have opened your wings. Do not fear the heights. You shall not fall. The intention is clear. Do not forget your intention. Keep it clear and sacred. Keep the covenant with your emotions clear. Keep it clear. What do you mean by that? It is important she understands that her initial intention at the beginning of this journey is still sound. It must be consciously and deliberately strengthened by her will. But she is already wings open. Protect your thoughts and your emotions around what you do. This is most important. Stay in the sacred. Stay in the sacred. I love that. Thank you. Wow, this has been a wondrous morning. I'm going to tell you that the heat that I've been getting, usually I get this type of heat from Master Jesus, but this is around my body. Master Jesus' heat usually comes through my body, but this is like literally all around my body today. I don't often get that from Raphael. Usually he's a pretty cool dude. Oh, you're welcome, Mary Gold. Question from Mary. Any message for me today from Sananda? Thank you and have a beautiful day. He says, this is not the time. This is not the time for this. But you will have your answer later in this day. Keep your ears open. But it is not here this time. But it is later today. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Nicole. Wow, guys. It's been amazing. Thank you. We are at an amazing time in our species evolution. There we go. Sorry, I had an Amber Alert come onto my phone. This is an amazing time. Hello, Miriam. So I want to say thank you to everybody who showed up today. I'm really, really, really grateful. We'll see you on Friday on Shortcuts for Your Soul and the meditation on Saturday on Supernatural Saturday. I really appreciate your time, your patience, your focus. Remember, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Remember, leave comments. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you'll receive notifications whenever I come live. And share this information out. We are all divine healers in who we really are. And from what he said today, there's simple ways you can begin that process of becoming that which you already are, which is kind of funny because you came here already being what you are and you got lost in the personality and now you think you're not who you are, but you are who you are. So remember that. Much love to all of you. I hope to see you again on Friday on Shortcuts to Your Soul. Much love. Bye for now.